If you're at all curious about what that stuff is, stick around. We'll talk about that later. Well, as you can see, we've got the flail mower on the tractor right now, and today's video topic is going to be whether or not we can grind down a small stump with a flail mower. I think it's possible. So if not, we'll try to attack it with the stump bucket. But if I can grind it down with the flail mower, I think I'll be pretty happy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Well, if you remember a couple videos ago, my kids were out here chopping this tree down with an axe.
There you go, Brindley. Keep at it, Brielle. Come on, use those muscles.
And I pushed it over with the tractor bucket and was able to break it off down here. But it's an oak tree. It's pretty, you know, the wood is pretty solid. But I could dig it out with the stump bucket, but I'm going to see if I can grind it down good enough with a flail mower. And it's going to make a lot of noise, and but I think it's going to save me some work, because I would rather grind it down to nothing than have to pull it out, because then I would have a pretty good sized hole in the yard, and I really kind of want to avoid that. So I don't have a stump grinder, but I don't really need one. I've never had a real use for a stump grinder until now, but we'll see if a flail mower can grind that down to nothing. Stay tuned to find out. Okay, we're gonna see if this is gonna work. The flail mower has really sharp blades on it. I sharpened them not very long ago, haven't used it hardly at all since, so it should make quick work of this. Let's find out. If nothing else, we'll make a bunch of noise. One pass did. Grinded it down a little bit. Try again. Sounds like it's working. Oh yeah, it's coming. Let's stop and take a look at our progress. Uh-oh, we got a major problem. We got a problem. Check this out. It's actually not as bad of a problem as I thought it might be, because it's not broken. We're just missing a bolt. So, that's interesting. This is the first time this has happened. Glad it happened here and not anywhere else. We have a broken hammer, and the bolt broke off of it. That is much better than having the hammer break itself. I'm kind of surprised that it didn't break. It's warm from the friction inside there. But yeah, I don't know if we can go on right now because our flail mower is going to be unbalanced. But let's take a look at what happened so far. Well, we made some progress. We grinded it down quite a bit from where it was. You can see the chips that came flying off of it. Unfortunately, we're not low enough though, and we've run into a problem with this broken hammer. Shoot. This is kind of interesting. I'm also seeing that we have some gear grease, gear lube, gear oil. That's the name. We got some gear oil coming out of the breather tube, which I'm sure is normal. It's a hot day, but we got to fix this before we can do anything else. This might end the story right here. So stay tuned, guys. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll go back in the garage. We'll take a look underneath the flail mower. This really bums me out. I can't believe this actually happened. Out of all the stuff that I flail mowed, the stump in my yard is the item that breaks the bolt on this. Crazy. Honestly, what are the odds of this happening in my own yard? For real. I mean, it's just crazy to think that I lost a hammer grinding a stump in my own yard. First time I've really ever used the flail mower in my yard for anything significant other than mulching some leaves and garden debris. And it breaks. I am really happy that it broke in my yard and not somewhere in the middle of the woods, because replacing hammers is about $300 for a set for a flail mower this big. So we will take this off, put it back on, or take the flail mower off, put this hammer back on. We might not have to take the flail mower off, actually. Maybe we can reach under there and let's take a look. Where's it missing from? All right, get down here and, oh, there we go. There's our broken bolt right there. How about that? Okay, interesting. So we even have the broken bolt that stayed intact. How about that? Wow. Well, I guess we look for a bolt this size. I might have one. All right, let's see if we have something long enough. That's not going to be long enough. We got a number 5 bolt. It's not thick enough. And let's see what else. Hey, look at there. Grade 8 bolt. It's a little small on the diameter, but I'm sure it would hold up. Now I need a bolt for it. Ooh, this is going to fit. It's not a nylon nut. Okay, here's what we'll do. We're going to improvise. Happen to have some thread tape. Maybe we can make it work just long enough to hold up. Let's try that. Let's give it a try. Let's put a little Teflon tape on it. See if we can make it work. Act like a nylon nut. It doesn't need to hold up forever. It just needs to hold up for about 10-15 minutes. So we'll put this on kind of thick here. Okay, back on with the hammer we go here. Look at this. I got you guys a little light so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, might just work. Well, I guess it doesn't need to be a nylon nut. In fact, there's plenty of room for that thing to swing. Okay. I was thinking it needed to be a nylon nut, but it doesn't, because there's enough space there. All right, well, that's going to have to do anyway until we get the proper hardware for this job. This is just going to have to do it. Okay, there we go. Well, while we're under here, we'll look at some others. Look pretty good. All right, let's go finish up that stump. All right, now we're a little offset where we were before, so let's see if this will work. Turn these down a little bit. Engage the PTO. We'll bring it up to full speed. We're full PTO. We're going to be at about 3,200 RPMs. Back over the stump. I can look right now. What I'm doing is I can lower it nice and slow. There it is, all the way on the ground. It's going to go forward super slow. How do we do? Getting there. Make another pass. Down low. All the way down. Moving forward. I think we broke another hammer. Yep. We did. I saw a hammer go flying. Well, shoot. Let's bring it all the way up here. Well, if we learned anything from this, you don't run a flail mower over an oak stump. Not a good idea. I think we need to avoid oak stumps from now on. Oh yeah. And of course I forgot my light under there too. I was wondering what all this blue plastic was. Well, good thing that's a free harbor freight deal. Well, is it the same one? No? Ouch, that's hot. You'd think I would learn. So we broke a different one this time. Whew. Yeah, we busted a different one. Okay. Yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, I really screwed this one up. Nothing went right on this job. Nothing. We broke 2 bolts that we now need to fix. You should never grind oak stumps with a flail mower. Don't do it. Oh boy. Oh well. I cannot believe, I guess I can believe it, but I've ran over a lot of stuff with this flail mower. If you guys have been watching this channel for a number of years, you know the stuff that I've gone over with that flail mower. And for the fact that we broke 2 hammer bolts off of one stump trying to get out of the yard, kind of surprises me a little bit, but we did learn a lesson. Don't grind oak stumps with a flail mower. It does not work. It does not work to do that. So avoid that at all costs. Oak is just too hard for a flail mower. For this kind of job, you need an actual stump grinder, which I don't have. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is maybe digging that out. I don't know. It's not going to happen today. It might happen another day. So we'll go back in the garage and we'll close this video out here pretty soon. I got a couple more things to talk about. Remember, we're going to talk about the yellow wrap on the hydraulic hoses. So let's go talk about that now. Well, we learned an important lesson today, and that is a flail mower will not hold up to an oak tree stump, even if it's a smaller oak tree stump. So yeah, we failed. Don't do it. If you got a flail mower, don't try to start grinding stumps with it. This was an absolute failure, and I'm learning my lesson the hard way, I guess. So now you don't have to. And we also learned that a Harbor Freight free light does not hold up to a flail mower. So if you thought that it did, you are mistaken. This stuff, this hose wrap, this is pretty cool. I think I'm really gonna like it. What I have here is 3/4 inch inside diameter and 1 inch outside diameter. I actually have 25 feet of it. You do not need 25 feet of it, but I don't know what lengths it comes in, but I thought, you know, 25 feet, whatever. I've had it for a while and I just haven't used it up until now, but it's definitely gonna keep all these grapple hoses in line until I need to come up with a solution. I need to do away with this manifold and do a T or something off of this if I can. So that's my ultimate plan. I need to figure that out. But seriously, if you have some hoses that need to be wrapped up, this stuff works great, and I'll show you what it is. I bought it off Amazon. It's a Safe Plast NA 3/4 inch inside safe spiral hose and cable protection. Okay, protects from cuts, abrasions, crushing, and UV rays. So made with anti-static and UV inhibitor additives. So if you're looking for something like this, I'll put a link in the description and you can go shopping on Amazon. So yeah, like I said, I think it's gonna come in handy. In the next video, you're probably going to see me using the grapple, the original Artilian grapple. I've got the original Artilian grapple, not the Iron Fist on right now. I had a friend borrow that from me last year, and he really had a lot of fun using it. So I've got it back now. We're going to put it to work, and that will probably be in the next video, I believe. If not, it'll definitely be coming up somewhere. I'm just glad I didn't have to buy new hammers today. I thought for sure I was going to have to. So until next time, keep on tractoring and God bless.